Hello there, welcome back to the Planet V. Today we are continuing our journey around the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, featuring two of its historical castles, which are the Castle of Esch-sur-Sûre and the Bourscheid Castle. I am glad to share with you this lovely road trip, so stay tuned and I hope you'll learn something new and of course, enjoy this virtual tour. So we just arrived here, guys, in Esch-sur-Sûre. In English, that would be Esch on the River Sûre. And we'll start our trip with the castle. Esch-sur-Sûre is a commune and small town in northwestern Luxembourg. At one point, it was the second smallest commune by area in the country. As of 2005, this town, which lies in the north of the commune, had a population of 314. The castle of Esch-sur-Sûre, today in ruins, stands on a tributary of the small town of Esch in northwestern Luxembourg. It is naturally protected by a distinct meander of the Sûre River that surrounds the town and castle on three sides. In 927, a Meginod or main god and his wife Hilitrude acquired the site of Esch, where he built an 8 square meter Romanesque tower as well as farm buildings. The castle was greatly enlarged in Gothic style by the last two earls of Esch in the 13th century. With the advent of gunpowder in the 15th century, additional defenses were needed. The entire village is fortified by a solid wall stretching 50 meters that surrounds the village with two defensive towers. So guys, we are here now at the Bourscheid Castle, which is not only the largest in Luxembourg, but also the largest around the Rhine and the Meuse. Let's check it out. The Bourscheid Castle is one of Luxembourg's most valuable historical assets. The story begins with the castle's first ruler, Bertram of Bourscheid, whose name was first recorded in the castle's history in 1095. Previous defensive structures were demolished around the year 1000 to make way for the construction of the castle. The fortress is indestructible by medieval weapons and stands proudly on a 150-meter high cliff flooded by the Sûre or Sauer River. Since 1812, the castle ruin had deteriorated until it was purchased by the Luxembourg government on April 12, 1972. Since then, extensive archaeological excavations and restorations have been carried out. The castle began to deteriorate after the death of the last Bourscheid family member in 1512. The only residents of the castle after that point were bailiffs. With the conquest of Luxembourg by the French Revolutionary Army in 1794 to 1795, feudalism was abolished. The last bailiff left the castle in 1803. In 1812, the previous owner sold all of his property in Bourscheid and the surrounding area. Private individuals owned Bourscheid Castle for over a century and a half. The remains, which is designated as a National Historic Monument in 1936, were purchased by the Luxembourg state in 1972. The Stolzenberger House and the warden's residence were rebuilt after 1972, but some restoration works were done in the 1930s as archaeological explorations delved deeper into the castle's history. Archaeological digs have turned up artifacts from the Ottonian, Carolingian, Merovingian, and even Roman periods. For a fee of €7 for adults, visitors can now enter Bourscheid Castle as a result of the repair works.